Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all make sure you go sub up to my man Heavy Bag Boxing, man.
Get your dumb ass in, hit this bag.
The Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Y'all just go ahead and subscribe to Heavy Bag Boxing TV because he be lit on his channel.
And Heavy Bag Boxing.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Yo, shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Heavy Bag Boxing TV.
Listen, man, I got to keep it all the way 100 with y'all. I got to keep it all the way a buck. Listen, when you come to Heavy Bag Boxing TV, one thing you can bank on is that I'm going to give you 100% honesty when it comes to how I feel about these fights. And I'm telling y'all, man, I'm worried for Charlo in this fight. I'm keeping it all the way real, man. I'm worried. I'm nervous for Charlo in this fight versus Canelo Alverez September 3rd. God, September the 30th. It feels like it's coming fast, too. It's coming fast. Now, listen, do I want to see Charlo do well and win? Sure. Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? Team USA all day. You know what I mean? It's already a whole country in Mexico and a bunch of Mexican Americans that'll be pulling against Charlo. He need all the support he can get. Plus, he look like me, and he's representing the U.S., so, you know, I want to see him pull it out. But do I think he wins? Hell no, bro. Nah, I don't think he wins there, man. If I was a betting man, if I was going to bet on this fight, I would probably bet on Canelo. And listen, I got some audio shout out fight hype that I want you guys to give a listen to, which makes me even more concerned from Canelo Alvarez. Let's get to it. What up, YouTube? Big T.O. Heavy Bag Boxing TV, man. Get your goof ass in here. Hit the bag. Hit that like button for your boy. That helps the channel. You know, I appreciate that love. Shout out my gang, man. D1, Merc1, ML21, Skinny JT, Black Jesus, my guy, Troy Jack, Keywan, Rebel Life, Modern King, Letitia, YK World, my guy, Tyrese Celestin. And do me a favor, man. I'm beefing with that like button. I'm telling you, me and that like button don't get along. So I appreciate it if y'all help me whoop that like button's ass. All right, now listen, Canelo Alvarez, I've always been, well, I ain't gonna say always, but as far as the business side of boxing, I've definitely have had my knocks on Canelo Alvarez. I've been critical. I have criticized him from some of the business decisions he's decided to do in the past, some of the opponents he's decided to pick in the past, right? I've had my knocks on Canelo Alvarez for sure. But one thing I've never done is took anything from him inside that ring. I do believe that he's a great fighter. I believe that he's a true dog in that squared circle. And I don't take nothing from him. I respect Canelo Alvarez inside that ring. Bottom line, right? And when you tell me that you're going to throw a 154-pounder in there with him, I automatically get nervous. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, this boy thumps and he can't be hurt. If you have 175 guys who couldn't hurt him, if you had arguably the hardest hitting guy in boxing, especially for his weight class, pound for pound in the Triple G, couldn't buzz or hurt Canelo Alvarez, you're not going to sit up here and sell me the idea that Charlo can hurt Canelo Alvarez. It's just not going to happen. For me, it boils down to this. Can Charlo survive 12 rounds with Canelo Alvarez without getting knocked out? Now, do I think he has a skill set that could defeat Canelo Alvarez? Sure. Depends on how much of a decline Canelo Alvarez is really in. But if he's not, and what he says in this audio I'm about to play for you is even halfway true, it could be disastrous for Charlo. I want y'all to go ahead and give it a listen real quick. This is Canelo Alvarez on how he feels coming into this fight.
Very fast. You look very agile on your feet, very elusive. I don't know how I look, but I feel great. And I feel great, and I think it's one of my best camp I ever had, and I'm glad to be able to train 100% now with my left hand. You see a little bit. I got a nice dose. Yeah, you see a little bit, and that's made me feel confident, because when you in your 100%, you feel confident. When you train knowing your 100%, you in the fight is gonna be like not that confident you have every time, right? But right now I feel great. I feel in my 100%. I feel like a beast.
I feel
Ooh-wee. That boy say he feels like a beast. He says it feels like one of the best training camps I've ever had. And what's really concerning for me is that he says he feels extremely confident. All right. Now listen, you take what you want lightly. Again, this is Canelo Alvarez, and you know I'm not gonna knock him because he's Mexican or whatever the case may be. I've always respected him as a fighter, bro. Inside that square circle, he's a dog. And listen, Jermell Charlo's a dog too. And then even when you look at Jermell Charlo's last opponent in a Brian Castano, whom he knocked out, he had a draw, but then he came back to knock him out and to take undisputed. Those measurements are a lot like Canelo Alvarez, right? But I feel like if you're comparing Brian Castano to a Canelo Alvarez, you're almost comparing apples to oranges, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different levels to this, and there's no way that you can compare it, because I've been seeing this, people comparing Brian Castano to a Canelo Alvarez. You can't compare them two, bro. No. The only thing they got in common is stature. Their stature. You know what I mean? Their height. You know, maybe some physical attributes. Other than that, man, those are two completely different fighters. You know what I'm saying? One to take your damn head off your shoulders for real, being Canelo Alvarez. And for Jermell Charlo to be coming up two weight classes, and never stepping in the ring. And here's the thing, I could see if he had maybe a tune-up at 68, bro. You mean to tell me your very first time stepping in at 68 is against Canelo? And now listen, I'm not trying to take away from the skill set of Jermell Charlo. I think he's a great fighter, man. I do. But I'm just not sold on that skill set versus a Canelo Alvarez, man. And listen, I know a lot of y'all not going to agree with me. I know a lot of y'all feel like Jermell Charlo got this shit in the bag. It's been overdue. A lot of people feel like Canelo's been ducking him. I felt like years ago that he did duck both of the Charlo brothers. But I felt like this is the perfect circumstances for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? If I am going to fight a Charlo brother, I'll take the smallest one, coming up from the smallest weight, introducing him to 168 in this type of power for the very first time on the biggest stage of his career. How will he respond? Now, if Jermell Charlo can somehow pull this fight out, oh man, roll out the red carpet. Would I put him? And I think I got to do a live on that, man. We probably do a live on that, because some people feel like if Jermell Charlo was to beat Canelo Alvarez, that maybe he should get placed above Bud Crawford on the pound for pound list. That's interesting. Now, me personally, that's hard. You know what I mean? Because Crawford been doing this. You know what I'm saying? He's already 2-time undisputed. This would make Jermell Charlo 2 times undisputed. That's an interesting conversation that we definitely need to have on a live. But you guys let me know what you think about this one, man. Canelo Alvarez feeling like a beast, feeling like he's ready to go. And if he's in that mode, how do you feel like Jermell Charlo would fare against this version of a healthy, ready to go, confident Canelo Alvarez? All right, that's all I got for y'all on this one, man. Big TL Heavy Bag. You know I got Unc with me, man. He don't like half you niggas, and I don't like the other half you niggas. Talk to him, Unc.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.